everybody, welcome back to K17 Reactions. I'm your host Jimmy, and today I am going to check out the world of Ren again. I tell you what, I'm glad that he was recommended to me and I discovered him. I think he is absolutely a brilliant artist, has an awesome storytelling mind, and I've really liked his, everything I've seen of his, and I routinely go and watch other people react to his songs, especially High Ren and the Telegenian Screech. And then his recent one, Money Ties, is also excellent. But I'm going to listen to his song titled Suicide. And the only thing I've heard about the song is it was written for or about a friend of his who committed suicide. Y'all can tell me if you know for sure. You can tell me down in the comments if that's not correct or what the deal is. But I figured I've got to go to work here in just a few minutes, so I figured I was going to try to record another song before I left, another reaction before I left. To let you know, those of you who have inquired about my health with the PIC line I had and having to give myself antibiotics for the leg infection and everything, looks like it's finally just about cleared up. Still some swelling and some tenderness, but this morning they came by and took the PIC line out, so I don't have that 19-inch tube going from my arm to my heart. So thank you for everybody who has asked about that. I really appreciate it. And I also appreciate if you can hit that like button down below. Also share, comment, subscribe. All that would really be helpful and really be appreciated. So let's listen to this song by Ren, Suicide.
Through the cracks of the night sky, a light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Oh, treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide. I'm so fucking lonely beneath this. Narcissistic, can't keep a secret. Miscount sheep, I can't sleep, a misfit. Some say trouble, but some say sadistic. Bruises my brother, one time or the other. My skin felt counterfeit, silicone rubber. Bruises my sister, skin pop the blister. Dig deep, resist the feeling when it hits you. Falling through the cracks of the night sky, a light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Sick boy, bitten by a tech boy. I feel like it's not me, it's the world that's sick. I'm so fucking washed up and seasick. Masochistic kid with a split lip. 6 feet deep, I can't eat, I'm nervous. Won't stay down cause my body purges. Useless my mother, can't keep in my supper. Skin so pale cause my cheeks leak colour. Truth is my father, you choose your karma. Draw for the sword, then drive through the armour. Falling through the cracks of the night sky, a light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide.
You know, the one thing I like about Ren is it doesn't seem like there's any topic that's off the table. And one thing about his music is, even with a song like with the title of Suicide, he still takes it and uses it to try to help people. to try to allow the topic to be put out there, to let people know that it's real. Because a lot of times, if we just sit around, it's not something we'll think about unless we're in that position to do it. But just everyday people, it's just not a topic that they're going to think about. It usually only becomes a topic when it happens to somebody that you know, or you yourself are planning to attempt or have attempted or whatever. It's I learned real quick. I worked a call. I think, most of y'all out there know that I was a paramedic, and I've worked a number of suicide calls and attempted suicides. And one of the things that it really kind of hit me one day is we got called to a possible suicide. There was possibly a person had a gun, and we had to go, and we staged in an area for about 45 minutes until the police department canceled us, said we weren't needed. And I remember telling my partner, I said, you know what, we're going to go back out there. And I was irritated. And so we get back to the station, just get relaxed and sat down, and and then the pager goes off again. That's for the same person. And I had a bad attitude. I'll be the first to admit it. But sometimes, that's when God can really slap you across the head and get your attention about things. Because I got there and went in there and had to talk to him and had a bad attitude with him. And finally, we took him out, put him in the ambulance. And I was stepping up into the ambulance. You had step up on the bumper or on the back fender and then step up into the ambulance. And I stepped up on that step there in the back before I took the step into the ambulance. And I just felt like I had a voice tell me, this is a chance, use it. This is an opportunity, use it. And it's like when I took the next step into the ambulance, my whole attitude about this person changed. And by the time I started sharing and trying to find out about him, and of course he had just seen me with my attitude inside, so he was really, didn't really trust me. My whole attitude shifted so quickly and everything. But finally, we got him to the hospital, took him in there. I tried to encourage him, and then right before I left, I did something that I never did. And that is, I took my phone number. I took a piece of paper, wrote my phone number down, and I took it into him. And I said, here, if you need somebody to talk to, call me. And of course, he looked at me, again, still trying to figure me out. And finally, I kind of looked at him, jokingly said, now call me. I said, remember, I know where you live. And about 3 days passed. I never heard anything. And I went and knocked on his door on one of my days off. And he was very shocked to see me there. But we talked, and ultimately we wound up becoming friends for a number of years until, how things go, and we lost track of each other. But, a lot of times our attitude can help other people. I had to, really swallow my pride and my attitude when given an opportunity. And, for people out there that are struggling with contemplating suicide, and I've been there. I attempted once, and I shouldn't be here talking to you right now. Everything should have worked out just like I had it planned, and it didn't. And I still struggle, but I respect Ren for, using his creative mind in this way. And I think that all of his songs that I've heard have good stories behind them and good purposes behind them. Like we used to say, the moral of the story. So, didn't mean to get off on all that. Don't know why I did, but let's get back and finish this song.
Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide.
It's hard to take off from the ground when your wings are cut. Your stomach burns when you're drinking from an empty cup. You know the entire ocean came from my tear ducts. I see the world through Fibonacci sequences and double dutch. I guess there's some that's born lucky, there's some that's not. I tried to cut away my bitterness, hatchet job. I locked my youth inside a trunk, inside a pickup truck, then dumped the whole thing over that same bridge the night you jumped. I think about that sometimes, vividly, what it felt like to look down and see tranquility. One sudden movement in a world of possibility, only one movement to expose our fragility. I fucking miss you, and I miss myself. I miss thinking we were indestructible as well. I miss chilling by the pier cave and kicking back with Callum, Hugo, Sega, Justin, Stevie and the fucking lads. I miss missing that. I numb myself to close the gap. I never even call them up. The distance is my plaster cast. The truth is that the day you jumped, my childhood jumped too. But I still can't find that anger. All I find is missing you, man, I miss you. With all my rhymes, I picture running 5 minutes quicker, I'm right on time. I picture pulling you back over the edge and then we're crying, and holding you, my brother, and telling you that it's fine. Not the way that it worked, cause I was late like a jerk. There's not a day where I could find a way to break from the hurt. Your body missing, so we never got to wave to the hearse. I hope you're listening, I love you, man, I miss you absurd. Fuck.
Well, I don't think there's anything I can say to add anything to that. You end your life, but by ending your life, you do affect all the people who still have life here. You know, if I would have done what I tried, if I was successful, I've got 6 children, and I had convinced myself that that was the best thing for them, and found out fairly quickly that it wasn't. But Ren, that's why he is rapidly becoming one of my favorite artists out there. I hope y'all enjoyed this, and you know how I mean that. Hope y'all got something out of it. And let me just say that when you feel like the world's just on your shoulders, maybe even that the only way to go is to stop, to end it. Just remember that through all this, there is a friend out there. A friend who sticks closer than a brother, that will be there to comfort you, to give you hope, and to help you through things. And he put people on this earth that are there for you too. I can't tell you where everybody is, but there are people that are there. Until next time.